just wanna be sedated all night long. I met a girl and she needs to be I'm just a mess, so I guess that is complicated. She's like I just wanna be sedated all night long. She's like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. It's like a hurricane. When she comes around, she comes around, she comes around. She burns the words into my skin, it kills me slowly. She holds me in her arms, her hands, the same. I met a girl and she needs to be I'm just a mess, so I guess that it's complicated. She's like and I just wanna be sedated all night long. She's like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. It's like a hurricane.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. You're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On second down, here's McCarthy.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And he's in! Ja'Tavion Sanders! Touchdown, Minnesota. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Once again, it's Gibbs. Gibbs with a 1st down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long.
And this one is blocked. A big hole. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts at the 13. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. His pass, right side. going to be caught by Addison.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
The Lions call their first timeout. They'll run it on the inside handoff. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he'll take it on in. Ja'Tavion Sanders. Touchdown, Vikings. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Vikings add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken just shy of the goal line. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is, oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. 18 yards, and a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. They hand it to Gibbs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Christian Harris there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then the beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
He'll take it at the 12. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
There's a short one caught by Sanders. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He'll go right and find his running back. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
It is 3rd and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This fielded at the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. That's quickly out to Williams. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Second down and 3. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now they'll set up to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That's caught by Harrison right side.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front, the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held them just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll drop to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. 14 on the pickup. First down, Detroit.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets, put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll look to throw yet again. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This from 34 yards. He'll bang that one through. It's good. The Lions will cut the lead from 6 down to 3. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. On first down, here's McCarthy. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
On second down, here's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Lions have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Here's Gibbs. Open space to the 35. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 16-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And this time, they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 8.
Back to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. The Lions will tie the game here in the third quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw him a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Second and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Motion man set right. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is short kick, returnable from the 13. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. And this ball incomplete on third down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those to try to generate a little bit of a spark.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down.
Fourth and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the first down, and keeps this drive alive.
He'll take off again. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On second down, they'll run. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll stay on the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It's a big play when they needed it the most. That gains an even 60 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up. They'll look to throw. He is in. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point is good. And the Lions will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll put Addison in motion. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played?
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. He works free, right side. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll grab it at the 12. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
That is hard. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Detroit. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken around the 11th. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. To throw is McCarthy. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's McCarthy. He's going to run it. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. On the move at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Next to score, Lions 47, Vikings 33.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll drop to throw. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings 37-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. Man, Mike, I'll tell you, halfway there, I thought that ball was going to run out of steam. He ended up needing a little bit of help from that crossbar in the end, but he got it. When it's on target, you give yourself a chance, and boy, did he deliver.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Here we go. One final play. Going for it all. And that final throw here is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So it's a win here for the Lions. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season.